Hey, it's Asif Ali. You know who I am. And honestly, you're probably seeing this right now. And I know, sit down. I know this is a big moment. I am the first comedian in the history of comedy to ever do a podcast. And I know I'm brave. I'm a hero, but it's not about that. It's not about how brave I am in these dark times to start something no comedian has ever dared to do. Start a podcast? Huh? I am the Neil Armstrong of podcasts. And if you actually believe this, please don't Google how many podcasts are out right now. Okay? I hope you guys are doing okay. Obviously, we're all inside self-distancing, and I hope you guys are doing that, washing your hands and your ass. Wash your ass, please. It's not just paper. It's more than paper. So, I'm obviously inside a lot, and I'm reading a lot of just news and other stuff. I'm also watching a lot of TV. Yeah, I'm about to get new eyes after this is done. Am I right? Ladies? This is bad stand-up now. No, so I've just been reading a lot, and I found some, articles that are like, silly or interesting or whatever that I found to be slightly interesting. And then I thought, you know what, I should share these with you guys instead of constantly just reading the news about how Trump is a piece of shit and, the world is falling apart. So here we go. I'm not going to waste your time. Okay. First of all, thing that bummed me out, NBA season is canceled. This really this devastates me. But then I was like, you know what? Everyone's being positive and trying to see the best out of this whole situation, So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm going to grab a basketball and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to play basketball because, I like the sport. I like watching it. So why don't I go participate and actually go play? And I did. And you know what? And I was like, it doesn't matter if basketball is canceled because I'm playing basketball. I am basketball. And then I got blocked by a 12-year-old. And then I and then I said, fuck this shit. We need to bring the NBA back. I can't deal with this kind of embarrassment. You know how embarrassing it is to get blocked while wearing gloves? Man, he wasn't wearing gloves. He just looked at me. He just looked at a 12-year-old just stared me down. And to be fair, he was like 6'2", so he had the anger of someone whose parents aren't really involved in his life. But you know what? I hope the NBA comes back. I hope they all get tested. I don't know how the tests work for NBA-sized people. Do they have to take 2 tests because they are the size of 2 people in one? But I hope everyone is okay. So I'm not playing basketball anymore. But the next one, by the way, we're just going through these quick. I'm not here to waste your time. You might be thinking I'm here to waste your time. This is not the case. The next thing that I found interesting was this is TikTok. We all know TikTok. It's the app where 13-year-olds get really horny with each other. I don't know how this is allowed. I don't know how Chris Hansen isn't on TikTok 24/7, just shutting accounts down. Okay, but TikTok, this is like a real thing. Apparently, there were documents that were that got leaked that the TikTok was trying to get social media, like the people on there, to, I don't know why I sound like I'm 62 years old right now, but they were trying to get people to filter off of their Explore page people who were ugly, in their opinion, people who were ugly, poor, or disabled. Trying to filter that out. So when you open it, all you see is just hot people. And apparently people have been freaking out about this news, being like, this is not fair. It's not okay. You can't just filter out people. You can't only have hot people on the front. And listen, I understand it, I have been to a nightclub before. No, I never got in, but I get it. I went with 3 of my cousins. We waited in line. We got to the front, and the bouncer said, nah. And you know what? We had to just deal with that. And that's what the internet is. If you want to see real people, open the door, look outside. Social media, TV, this is all the same stuff. What do you think TV is? What do you think magazines are? It's just all hot people. That's how people sell things. You ever seen like remember I was growing up when I was in elementary school, they had those I don't know when they had them. It may have been somewhere when I was in school, high school, whatever. They had those got milk ads. And those got milk ads were just like really attractive people with milk mustaches. And that was all just to get kids to drink milk. That's how much sex works in this society. You had to get kids to get slightly horny before they would get enough calcium in their system just to survive. That's how this world works. You got to get people a little bit horny if you want them to do anything. Anything. So if you're out there, just accept it. That's how the internet works, man. That's how the internet works. Now, the next one, this one was actually like kind of great. There's a brothel in Bangkok, and they brought in thermal scanners to make sure that the escorts and the customers check their temperature. They have these guns. They look like what cops use to see if you're going over the speed limit. They have those, but it just shoots a laser at you, and it tells you how hot you are and what your temp is. And that is quite possibly the saddest use of a laser. I really thought at this point lasers and stuff, we would be using them for cooler reasons other than LASIK and checking people's temperatures. I'm really disappointed by lasers right now. But it's a good use. It's a good use. And I think that's great. Also, what the hell are we doing? Brothels being open right now. Why aren't we bailing out the sex workers? We need a titty bailout ASAP. This is close quarters. This is how diseases spread. I mean, not those diseases, but this specifically, this coronavirus. This is how this one's going to spread. Also, can you imagine having to go to the doctor if you're the customer, if you're a guy, and you start feeling flu-like symptoms? You have to go to the doctor. The doctors have to ask you. You know, they're trying to make your file and figure out what's best for society and for you. You imagine trying to explain to the doctor how you got the virus? They're just going to be like asking you like, all right, so where were you? You're like, the guy's like, yeah, you know what? I was in a house. Who are you with? Some friends of mine that I see, you know, from time to time, just some friends. Are you close friends? Yeah, you could say they're close friends. Yeah, you could say they're close. Were you in contact with them? Were you touching them? Were you keeping a distance? There was a handshake involved. What kind of handshake was it? It was like a handshake. It was like a handshake, but it was sort of like between a handshake and like a fist bump. Okay, so it was a fist bump. No, it was like a fist bump with like space inside is what it was. And how long were you holding the handshake? For a little while, not as long as you would think. And you know, just sort of one of these kind of just a handshake. And you know, and why didn't you stop it? Well, you know, at that point you kind of just had to let it finish. But when I was done, then I was like, hey, this is crazy. What is happening here right now? And then I got out of there. So you got a hand job? Got a hand job. I definitely got a hand job. So I have the virus. Yeah, I have the virus. Just bail out the titties, man. Bail them out. Nobody should be doing that right now. The next one is this is actually really important to me. This is close to my heart because I go to Trader Joe's a lot. That's my spot. So if you want to make like a celebrity sighting, you got to roll through that Trader Joe's. And you'll see me, and I will be in a rush because at that point, when I go to Trader Joe's, I go straight to the free coffee. And I pound about 12 of those shots, and then I am fucking wired for my to-do list. I get through that grocery list in 2 seconds. This is pre-corona. In 2 seconds, I get through that list because I'm wired on that. And so this news story is that Trader Joe's, the employees had to demand that Trader Joe's give them hazard pay because they're working during these times where they're around lots of people and they can't self-distance really because they're in a grocery store. And I thought that that was really cool. And I'm glad that Trader Joe's is doing that. I think all grocery stores should be doing that for the people that are working there because it is like a hazard to be working there during these times. But that word demand is important. They demanded hazard pay, which means that Trader Joe's employees got mad. And I don't know if you've been to Trader Joe's, but these are not angry people. It's hard to make a Trader Joe's person mad. On the floor with a customer? No, they are the happiest people you will ever meet in your life. They wear Hawaiian shirts. And they like it. They seem like they really like it. I always wondered in Trader Joe's why they just don't do this. The shaka. You're so close. Why aren't we doing this? I feel like that would really make the Trader Joe's environment full circle if you went in and you just fucking hit him with this, give him a wipe and just hit him with one of these, Trader Joe's is a happy place, man. I love it. They got the wood paneling everywhere. It's got a very like Hawaiian vibe. Trader Joe's is so chill. I would not be surprised if you're in line for the cash register and you get to the front of the register and there's just like a parrot running aisle 6. And you're just like, hey man, I get it. This is Trader Joe's. I'm not gonna complain. This is very on brand for you guys to have a parrot running the register and iguanas doing the bags. I get it. This is very on brand for you guys. But I'm happy that the employees are getting hazard pay. That's great. The next one that I found that I've actually been seeing and then I actually read about is that I thought just my friends that were musicians that who were like not famous. Because if I had a famous musician friend, you would fucking hear about that. You would hear about that every day. They were doing like concerts. They were like doing like free shows on Instagram Live. And I read about it, and apparently super famous ones are doing it too, like the Chris Martin from Coldplay and Christine and the Queens and the Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie. These are like famous people doing concerts. And I went and I watched a couple of them, and they were good. It's like fun. They're like taking questions and they're doing songs. And the whole time I was watching that, I'm like, Ticketmaster is there watching all of these people just like, you dirty motherfuckers. How the hell did you guys get around us? Huh? How did we not get a cut? Ticketmaster's at home like the Godfather, just like, you, like Narcos, just like, you guys are going to try making sales on my turf? Huh? You guys are not going to give me a cut? There's going to be some goddamn consequences for every one of these musicians. Severe from Ticketmaster. Because in a dream world, if Ticketmaster was running these, it would just be a live stream of someone trying to buy tickets and then seeing a $30 fee on top of a $10 ticket. And it would just be people just screaming, just like, what is the convenience fee? Who is being convenienced? What is this for? And then Ticketmaster's just on the other end, just like jerking off. Just like, yeah, it's a convenient robbery. Yeah, you like that? You like paying those fees? You have no choice. And the final story, I truly saved the best for last. Every once in a while, a story comes up that just makes you feel great. And this one is about, there's a Saudi prince. I don't even need to name him, but he's got money. Am I right? And he has a $79 million super yacht. And your yacht is expensive when they have to add super to it. No one hears a yacht and is like, oh, like an affordable. No, a super yacht. 22 people can fit in it, 11 rooms, master suite, VIP room, got a bunch of satellite thingies on the top so you can watch TV. I don't know why they have satellite. What are you watching? Direct TV in the middle of the ocean? Anyway, it was getting cleaned and it sunk into the ocean. There was getting clean in it and it sunk. And guys, in these times, we need people to laugh at. And this is one that I feel like is Very appropriate. No one died. No one was on the boat. It just sank. And I feel bad because, honestly, we need a moment of silence for this man. In this time of need, you have to think, guys, this is probably top 3 worst thing that's ever happened to this prince. Could you imagine how disappointed you'd be? You come home, and they go, "Sir, Prince, Your Majesty, Your Highness, we were cleaning your boat off the coast of Greece, and it sank while we were cleaning it." And this guy would... Could you imagine that guy just being like, you've just fucked up his entire Google Calendar. He would just be there just freaking out, just like, what am I going to do, huh? What am I going to do? Huh? Where am I going to have my cocaine parties? On land? Huh? Where am I supposed to park my jet skis? Am I supposed to get a storage unit? Where am I supposed to wrestle my monkey named Osama bin Bananas? Huh? On land? Like a fucking peasant? No, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't live like this. I can't imagine what punishment am I being given? I have to bang women while looking at a regular land sunset like a piece of shit land person? This won't do. From now on, I'm taking all my meetings on my helicopter. and I'm not landing until you get me a new $79 million super yacht. Okay, you fix this. You've ruined my life. If you excuse me, I'm gonna smoke hookah and watch my 2 tigers fight each other in a Range Rover. Okay, I'm gonna put it on Instagram because I'm a normal person. I'm a regular guy. Guys, what can I say? Those are all the stories that I found kind of interesting and fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are washing your hands. I hope you guys are calling friends and family, checking in with your parents if they're around, and do fun shit. Try to make the best of this. If you have to go to work. Be safe. And I'm gonna try doing this as often as I can. If you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. If you hate it, I'll stop because I have a lot of TV I need to keep watching. Yeah, I hope you guys laughed at least twice per comedy guidelines. I hope you guys laughed twice. Yeah, I'm Asif Ali. I hope you guys enjoy this. Keep in mind, I'm the first comedian to ever do a podcast. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care of each other. Wash your hands. Bye.